Hi friends, today we are going to discuss a project which uses Spring Boot and is configured in Firebase database, real-time database provided to us by Firebase. So we have implemented the CRUD operations, which if you don't know is create, read, update and delete. These are four main operations in any project related to web. So now let's go and see how these CRUD operations are working. First of all, just a second, this will be configured. Yeah, so this is our code base. We have chosen Maven. If I remember right, it's 17.00 version of Java. And for testing purposes, like if the API works or not, we do not have an front end here right now. We are only doing the backend, and to test backend, the popular tool that is used nowadays are Postman. So let's try and look whether the APIs are doing well or not. Yeah, let's go to the controller. Here the request, all the process, like for example deletion or updation, any process will be going through this API / users. So that's there. And if you want to create a new user, you should probably choose the post method. Let's do that first of all. Since our request mapping is /API / users, we have given the same URL here, and our loopback address would be 8080, where we can send request and receive the body of what it returns from the database. So we have configured it in Firebase database. Let's check that out. Yeah, so this is the database, Cloud Firestore. We have created a database here, and there is a users table, and let's see whether this new post method works or not. Let's send a request, and the body, let's say we can give here 3. Name Abhijit, and let's give him 100 out of 100 for each and every subject. Yeah, and we can send a post request. If the request is successful, it gives a true value, and let's check whether that user table got that particular value in the users table. Yeah, and we do have our first collection. We have the data that we have sent request to. So the post method works, and we have successfully created a user. And a reminder, the user model contains name, ID, which are both in string, and the marks, which is a mapping of both string as well as number, integer. And now let's check like how to receive all the users in the users table. For that, we just give a get request, wherein we just give the same URL and there is no change. Now after we send, yeah, so this is the only data we have got in our database, Firebase database, and we have received that. Now if you want to select a particular user by user ID, there is another method of getting it. we can just give /3 and we send that. Since the database now contains only the same data, like the only one particular data, it will be shown. And if we give a wrong ID, for example, let's say we have gave 2, there is no such data and there will be no return body, but the status is still 200. Okay, yeah. And now let's check the update and deletion operation. For that, let's see. Yeah, we have given the put mapping and delete mapping. Commit to put mapping, we can select put in postman, and now make changes like ID is 3, name is Abhijit, and his marks, new marks would be 90, and science mark would be, let's say, 85. And we have send the put request, that is we are updating that marks, and it turns out to be true. Now let's check whether that updation has occurred in the real-time Firebase database. So for that, let's get Abhijit's data presently, and we do have our changed marks. Let's check whether it's reflected in the Firebase database. And yes, yeah, here it's max marks is 90 and science marks is 85, but previously for both subject he had 100 out of 100. And now let's check the last operation, which is delete users. We can delete users by ID. So we have the delete operation, and we can select the ID, which is 3, and it turns out to be true. And this same will be reflected here. There is no user now. So this is the project. We have implemented the CRUD functions by using Spring Boot as our main framework for backend, and Firebase database, which is a quite efficient database provided to us by Google. So that's the surface level demonstration of the project, and in the upcoming videos let's check for technicalities and how I implemented these. Thank you.